G'day legends, I'm absolutely stoked to be sharing with you the Spinlight Studio Tama Birch Bubinga sample pack. This is a drum sample pack made for use within Steven Slate's Trigger 2. If you don't own Steven Slate's Trigger 2, you won't be able to use this sample pack to its full extent. However, this sample pack does include the WAV files for the blended mix of all of these drums and all of their velocities. So you can use these as one-shots, or you can load them into a sampler of your own choice. So if you want to take your drums from sounding like this to sounding like this, then you need to check this sample pack out. If after you check this video out and you want to grab a copy of this sample pack, there's a link in the description below. Go and check that out. It's a massive support to this channel. The great thing about using Steven Slate's Trigger 2 is you can blend multiple signals together, like your kick-in mic, your kick-out mic, your overheads, your room. I've got some 1176 compression in here, some saturation, and some reverb. You can blend all of those options to taste, and it gives you pretty much unlimited tone shaping. For example, you can have a super reverby and boomy bass drum sound, or you can have a really tight and punchy kick sound. It all just depends how you blend these signals together. As the name alludes to, these samples were captured from a Tama Star Classic Birch Bubinga drum kit. It includes a 22 by 18 inch bass drum, 3 rack toms, 8 by 7, 10 by 8, and 12 by 9, and 2 floor toms, 14 by 12, and 16 by 14. 5 toms in total. There are 3 different snare options included. One of these is the 14 by 6.5 Mike Portnoy Signature Bubinga snare drum. The other is a bronze Tama SLP 14 by 5.5 snare. We also have a side stick articulation captured with the Mike Portnoy signature as well. There is also 2 octo bands. So this is a big rig and it's a big kit, and as you can guess, it's kind of based off of that Mike Portnoy Dream Theater setup. But these drums are super versatile, and I want to show that off. These can work great in any production where you need some solid drum tones. And because of the wide velocity range that's been captured for all of these drums, they're great for softer genres as well. For example, the bronze snare has 6 different velocities, going from rim shots to hard hits all the way down to super soft ghost notes, each velocity containing a round robin of 8 hits. All of the information on the velocities and round robins per drum can be found in the link below. These samples have all been pre-processed to sound really great from the get-go, but there's still room to compress and EQ them further to your heart's desire. So I'm going to show you a couple of different examples of these samples in different styles and genres, just so you can see how versatile they are and how good they sound in the mix. So our first example is a bit of a pop rock track. I'm going to let it play from start to finish. All of the kick, snare, and tom hits that you're hearing are from this sample pack. So let's check it out. So pretty sweet. These drums sound great straight up. So that was with the Portnoy signature snare. This is what it sounds like with the bronze SLP. With the Portnoy again. I think that's just really 2 great flavors of snare drums right there. The Portnoy has a really fat, cracky sound about it, and then the SLP has a really nice bite about it, just cuts through the mix, a little bit higher tuning. I really like that. So I edited this here so that you could hear all of the different tom rolls through. And I think these toms just sound really great, including the octobands. I think they sound awesome, really natural. You can hear the dynamics in there as well. They're not all just hard hits. you've got all the velocities working there to keep it sounding a little bit more human. So for most of the drums, these are the options you're going to have. The close mics, particularly on the snare, you get the top and the bottom. And then you have your overheads, your room mic. We've also got 1176 parallel compression, a really aggressive smashy compression. Got a little bit of saturation, a little bit of distortion, and then there's some reverb as well. So at the moment, this is on my Start Me Up preset. All of these drums come with a couple of presets to get you going really quickly. So you can see we've got a couple of presets here. So I'll load them up for you. Let's jump into our Stadium preset. So we've got a lot more reverb going on there. We've now got our Explosive preset. A little bit dirtier. You can hear a bit more of that parallel compression and saturation in there. Our Crispy preset. A little bit tighter, a little bit snappier. And then our Start Me Up preset. This is just to get you going. If you want to load up all of the TCIs in one go, this is a great way to do it. Just click on that Start Me Up. It's going to load it up for you, get you going really quickly. So let's have a little play around here. So you can see there's tons of options here for getting a really big sound or just a really small and tight sound. Even just playing with the tuning within Trigger 2 gives you a ton of options as well. You can make your sound really deep and fat. You can crank it up a little bit. And you can also blend these with your original drums as well. So at the moment, you're just hearing them completely replacing the original drums just so you can hear these samples and what they do. But you can definitely blend these in with your real drums just to enhance them. You don't have to completely replace your drums. Okay, let's hear what these sound like in a couple of different genres. This is how they sound in a metal production. Sounds pretty good in metal. What about in some pop punk stuff? Sounds good to me. So let's change gears a bit and go something a little bit more chill, maybe like some pop country kind of stuff. Fits in there really great as well. So as you can see, it's quite a versatile pack. And with the velocity ranges, particularly on the snare, the hardest hits are going to give you rim shots. And then down from there, it's hard top and center. And then it slowly gets softer and softer into really soft ghost noting. So we're going to jump into one more project just so you can hear the velocity range, particularly on the snare drum, just so you can hear how much work went into making this sound really natural and give it a really wide, full range of dynamics. So that roll sounds super natural to me. You've got a lot of different movement in there with the velocities, and then you've got the rim shots and the really hard hits that really crack and cut through, really soft ghost notes on the really quiet hits. It just sounds really great to me. And this is what it sounds like with the music around it. Super cool. Sounds great in the mix. I'm absolutely stoked on how those wide velocities sound. Check out the range of velocities on the toms on this nice little crescendo here. Nice and natural sounding. This is what it sounds like on tom 2. So again, nice range of velocities. And so if you do grab a copy of this sample pack and you're wondering how you can use it with your copy of Trigger 2, what you need to do is come over to settings, and then up the top here, you'll see select base directory. This is where you keep all of your Trigger 2 samples. For me, users, EASYCORE, music, drum samples, Trigger 2 library. So I just need to go and locate that folder. And then all I have to do is drag in the Spinlight Studio Tama Birch Bubinga sample pack folder, just drop it inside that Trigger 2 library folder. And then when you come into the browser here, if you already have it open, just press refresh. It's going to refresh your library, and then you'll come down here and you should be able to find it. For me, I keep all of my Spinlight samples in a folder called Spinlight Samples. I click this and open it up, and you can find all of that stuff in here. And you'll see it right here, SS Tama Birch Bubinga. And then you'll be able to click that, open it up, and load up any of these samples that we've been hearing in this video. So if you like the sound of these samples and you want to start using them in your productions, make sure you grab a copy by using the link in the description below. And again, it is a massive support to this channel. Anytime you head over to my website and you pick up a sample pack or a mixing course, it really helps support this channel and the time that goes into making content. I'm super stoked to finally release these. I poured my heart and soul into them and a lot of time into fine tuning these and making them sound great as soon as you load them up. So I hope you guys like them, and I can't wait to hear you using them in your productions. If you want to check out my other Trigger 2 sample pack, which has a really wide range of kicks, snares, and toms, then check out this next video coming up.